Okay. Alright. Hello, everyone. And yep, everything's working right. Huh. You know, I think I might want to actually... Okay, yeah. No, I was noticing with my little PNG and the, like, reaction to make it talk, it seems like well, it's kind of, I mean, honestly, obviously it's a bit choppy. It's literally just swapping between two images when I'm doing stuff like this. But I'm thinking maybe I should, well, actually, it works when I'm talking for a long while, but for just like short little bursts, it doesn't. Although, maybe. Well, for now, let's see if I lower this a bit for the, like, threshold to react to. Like, let's see. Okay, yeah, no, that works better. It's actually more accurate now. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I just noticed that when I was looking, and I figured, it's easy enough to fix it right now. I might as well try. Oh, and also, one thing I want to check. Like, let's just see if this works properly. Okay. Nice, it does work. Alright. Yeah, last stream I forgot to have Mix It Up running when I started the stream, so... Yeah, the little reaction... Well, the redeem didn't actually work, so... Now it does. And yeah, with how I have this set up, I had to actually test that on stream to be sure, because I can't redeem it outside the stream. But anyway. Alright. Yeah, right now, we're going to be getting started on figuring out lighting. So, first I'll make a layer here. Settings, change layer name. And making this the pillar of light, because I want it to be in front of the background color, but I also need it to be behind these two. So, alright. Oh, okay, I was wondering why that was, like... Why that was just, like, a gray that didn't match the actual colors, because I wasn't using a actual... Wait, did this always have a thick paint? I mean, I guess it probably always did, I just never noticed it. But anyway. So, what we're doing here is making a... Well, basically, having a pillar of light extend up from the center here. So, of course, I'm going to need to make it a bit transparent. Which means I'm going to be trying to figure out, okay, is this a good amount of color or not? But, I mean, that's what today's for. It's just for figuring stuff like this out. So... Alright. Yeah, definitely not going to be perfect. But for now, let's just see how it goes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to. Just well, actually, no, I should do something like this. I can erase some of the other parts. Actually, I can. Okay, yeah. So now if I do that, and this is honestly just to get a feel for it. Oh, you see? Okay. The paintbrush does not care for... Well, alright. I can still work with this. It is a bit annoying that the paintbrush apparently just does not care for... Well, not the paintbrush, the paint bucket doesn't care about this, but... Well... I can just go like this. And at least the selected area means it won't, like, mess. Oh, basically means like I don't have to worry about making it look weird and messing up stuff. And I also don't have to worry about the weird effect that kind of happens when you... Like when you have the transparency set like this and you paint over an area again, it kind of seems to... Like, it's weird, because it doesn't keep the same level of transparency. Like, that's what I would think it would do. But no, it just... like, makes it a bit more... well, kind of less transparent in a way. I can show it after I finish filling up this area. But it feels like it just kind of like just paints over itself, and if you do it enough times in one space, then it will, well, pretty much just get back to the original transparency. Like, you can kind of see it here. Okay. Instead of using that immediately, it'll probably be easier if I use a selection area tool to fill out the area. So we start from here, go all the way across. Actually, wait. I want to kind of start from outside. Because it's going to... we can just have it be a bit outside. Okay, that should work. Ah, damn it. Oh, wait. Damn it. Didn't get it all the way up. But yeah, I kind of want the selection area, if I'm going to be using it for this, to be a bit outside of this circle. Okay, that should work. Yeah, at this point, screw it, let's just go for a massive size. I mean, thanks to the selection, I don't have to worry about painting this anywhere I don't want it to be. Although now it's... Well, honestly, I can actually fix that just by going back here. Going back down to a reasonable size brush and maxing that out. Oh, wait. Okay. First, get the actual appropriate color I was using there. Then I just round out a bit and it looks good. Alright. And also just because I'm really picky about this. It doesn't matter to literally anyone but me. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Now we got Pillar of Light coming up. And honestly, I mean, I think that works pretty well. And if I put Sol and Luna in front of it... Well, next thing is actually drawing, like, these two casting shadows. Which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, thankfully, Sol literally doesn't have much space on here. Like, basically I can draw a bit of shadow around his feet, kind of stretching off canvas, and that'll work. So thankfully, that's not too bad. This does kind of make me wish I had some other stuff, like, here in the background that I could use to just kind of signify it, like, just so I could have some stuff that could actually cast a shadow. Yeah, I feel like that would actually be, well, that would be nice too. But, no, can't really do that now. I mean, most I could do is something with, like, the kind of little rock faces part, but even then, that's a bit... I mean, I guess I could kind of try and darken some of these. I can try and see what I can do. Actually, wait a minute. Let me check something. Yeah, well, I can't really... I was thinking, let me check what color they used for the beam of light in the original. And arrows, oh yeah, no, they didn't use a single color, they used lighter colors all behind it. Oh. Yeah, stand before the transparent monolith, you two. But now I'm wondering, would it have been better if I did like a bit more transparent? Like, say instead of 50, what if I did like 30% transparency? Well, let's see how that would turn out. What if I had just had like 10%? Yeah, no, 10%'s too much. Or 10%'s not enough. No, I'm thinking I kind of also want to do something around here. Because you can definitely see that it's not, like, this feels weird without it also, like, lighting up this part. Okay. Now this is definitely going to be a bit more difficult, although I can try and just... Because, like as you can see here, if you keep painting over one area, even when you're transparent, eventually it's always going to add up to being a full color. So I think right now my best bet to avoid actually if I do this, okay, now this, I can cover this up, I can erase whatever I don't need so it doesn't like get out too much, and I don't have to worry about accidentally like getting a double layer. Okay, yep. Oh, thank you for that, Sari. Okay, doesn't seem to be enough to like mess up the sides of it, so even so. Or actually, wait a minute. Okay, what instead? Okay, I can at least use this to kind of figure out these sides here without it going a bit too weird. As long as I swap back here, of course. Either way, it's just going to be annoying. Again, I can erase what like sticks out where it shouldn't. Well, in fact, if I'm smart with how I actually do this stuff, I mean, as long as... oh, that is... God damn it. This is a pain. Okay. Alright, looks like in this case I'm going to need to just figure out some way okay. If I do it like this, then I get back here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in and actually erase a few things, but that works. And hopefully I can really make this work by swapping back to here. Do this, come back up here, and then we go for the eraser. Oh yeah, invert. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be some parts that kind of stick out. Hopefully it's not really enough to notice. If necessary, I'll go and go through all this and do it again. Actually, wait. Okay, it's a bit easier to see everything. But yeah, if I need to, I'll go back through and do all this again. Okay, I think it's basically small enough that no one will actually notice. Oh yeah. No, you definitely can't tell. Okay. So we've got these guys. We got the background pretty much done. And think about it, if I wasn't running at the running into the end of my stream last time, I probably could have finished that up too. Yeah, well, it was getting close to the end, and I kind of wanted to put both the the shading and stuff. I kind of want to have this happen the same stream. Yeah. Okay. And you know, I might as well try something on here. Let's just see how this actually... Well, actually, no. What I want it to be... would it be better to have it be fully dark for a shadow? Or would it be better to have it be somewhat dark? Somewhat solid? And yeah, I don't... Well, no, okay, they do have... in the original, some of the rocks do actually, cast a bit of a shadow. And they're not having them be, clearly distinct. So there is some transparentness to them. So yeah, I'll go with that. Just need to figure out what's the best level of it. Like, would 70 be good? I already tried 50. What about 30? Yeah, and for this, let's actually just get a bigger brush size. Oh yeah, no, 30. Okay, yeah, 30%. That works great for a shadow. Kind of. Now I just kind of need to figure out what do I want to use for the shadow. Because actually, like a soft airbrush, honestly, works pretty well. Yeah, that one doesn't though. Especially because I apparently made it massive. But yeah, looking at this, that works great for a shadow. Although airbrush has the issue of when I actually paint over it, it darkens it, which like I didn't run into it with the brush pen. Because as long as I'm still painting the same line, I can just basically fill it in. And it doesn't get any darker. But would it be better with a different texture from this? And nah, the watercolor ones doesn't. At least the round one doesn't work. Does the flat ones work? Don't really like the texture on that. Soft bleed. No. I don't even know what wet wash even does. It's yeah, that's a no. No on that one too. Okay, that one just didn't seem to do anything. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna keep using this one. All right. Now just figure out would it be better to have the layer be above both of them? Because while I could make a layer for both of them for their shadow, I feel like, I mean, I could make a layer individually for each of them. I could do that. But I feel like that'd be a bit pointless. Because I'm thinking just like making one layer for the shading. Oh, actually, no, I should make one for both because I also need to actually have... Because I also kind of want... Because it's not just, oh, their shadow. I also need to kind of shade, like, them in for, like, to have this side of them be a bit... Oh, wait, yeah, because I'm... Duh. Because I also want, like, shading on them to show that, yes, this is the source of light in the scene, so these... So that, like, the side showing to the viewer, like, just to show those sides are in shadow. Okay, so yeah. I'll just be making a new layer here then. So Luna shading. Okay. Okay. Now I'm definitely thinking, like, it'll be lighter around the edges. Like, you can kind of, like, let up there. But obviously stuff like the main part of the body, that part's going to be, like, obviously darker. Well, actually, for right now, let's just see what happens if I just have... just go over everything. Just give a good shaded base. Okay. Now I just need to... So what's it gonna look like if I kind of just go along the edges here? Specifically the ones that are kind of more facing towards the light. Oh, actually, wait. The blend might actually work here. Because... yeah. Because it's just a subtle lightning. Or maybe it doesn't. Huh. Okay, yeah, see, this is getting to be a bit, well, interesting. Because I definitely want to make it obvious that, like, there's a light source on the other side of them, which is why these sides are shaded. But I got no idea how exactly I want to do that. Like, would it be better to kind of use the blend tool to just kind of like get the edges that are kind of facing towards the light softer? Because I'd probably just be like going down probably the majority of the... Okay, well, it looks like I messed up a bit when I was going through this. I missed a spot, so just so I don't get any weird color overlap issues. Let's just redo this. Because, I mean, I do feel like I get... yeah, it does get dark. does get darker. Actually, would that could help? Because yeah, if I have the parts that are pointing away from light, make them darker than the parts coming towards it, yeah, a gradient. I kind of need to make a gradient of it. Like, I can imagine with the way light's coming, obviously, Luna's had, like, this part, I can definitely kind of show the light coming over and just kind of making this part of it, like, you can basically make it so you can see some of the light on this side of her face. And also, like, this side of her body. But stuff like her tail will be blocked, like, basically, presumably with this angle, the tail is... like, her head is blocking the light from, like, hitting her tail. So her tail would be a darker shadow. And so would most like the right side of her body. No. Dang it. Basically, something like this. I feel like this would work. Then if I just blur the line a bit between these two. Something like that will work. And yeah. And maybe just another layer of like shade back here. But only really for the like rightmost side, for not even like getting fully in there, just kind of like this much. That I then also blend. Honestly, it doesn't look half bad. Okay, I think the general idea is good, but let me undo the blend, because I'm just kind of wondering if like the hardness makes it a bit too okay, so one hardness doesn't help me. What does max hardness do? Okay, I think I might want to do this, but with to get multiple layers of this. So for this, pretty much cover this part. And honestly, we can go a bit like up here. Then we get another layer. Only cover to about here. And then a third layer, which only reaches hereabouts. Okay. what happens if I double the color stretch? And also, start in a better place for this. Works for. Wait, does a fingertip actually work better for? The fingertip just. Does blur help with this? Yeah, okay. I guess it does. Yeah, no, the blur doesn't really feel like it helps. At least not the way I was wanting it to. Okay, this actually feels like it works. At least it's got the idea that I'm wanting. Because I want to get rid of the... Oh. Even when I'm using it, still kind of feels like it's a bit... I don't want there to be clearly defined lines, but if. I mean, this is what I want. Just not with the specific kind of tool side shape. No. Although at a smaller size, this works really nice. Actually, I'm just realizing I should have... Oh. This is just how it goes. But when I was doing this second one... I should have also done it like this. Because I just realized it felt really, like, it looked weird that the back of, like, her front right leg wasn't also shaded. Then we go for one more. And heck, why not? One more, just barely for the back. And we just get the bleed going. Alright. Again, the texture and yeah, I'm liking how it's dealing with the colors. But God, it's just like I can see the texture of it and it feels like it's off. Although honestly, that might just be because I put in too many like layers of darkness. Like, okay, maybe just try it with like 2. This might just honestly come off better to me. Would a texture blender work better? No, it doesn't. Like, what bleed seems to work the best? Although maybe if I just change the density on just a normal blend. And change this down to a smaller size. God, it's this part that I'm not liking. It feels like I can't set up a... Like, if I could figure out how to set like a gradient, that'd be great. Well, I mean, here is a gradient. So how does that work? Okay, that actually... Okay, I think I might have found my solution. In In which case, I just need to... In fact, let's draw this... I don't want it to be too dark, but let's try a 70, and then we do that, like, erasing gradient. Just to see what it looks like, because that actually might be what I want. Okay. Okay, I mean, it works. I mean, honestly, that doesn't look too bad. Although... don't repeat. Well, let's keep messing around with this. What if I just do like that? Okay, that actually... And if I do it... Okay, this is a game changer. This is a game changer. Granted, I don't know if I'm actually using this how they want. Wait, what's freeform gradient? Okay, interesting. Let me just see what this does once I get... Oh yeah, of course it's not going to do anything when I don't have anything on there. Duh. Okay, that's a bit funny, but... okay. So if I do it about that far, it just goes on that. This far, it's only a bit. Okay. Circle, ellipse, straight line. Huh. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look half bad. And actually, it's making me wonder something. But I'll start testing it out after I figure out, like, if this is a good look. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, don't, do not repeat the pattern. That's a no-go. wish it wanted... I'm trying to get the gradient erased, but I kind of need to... I don't want to do it much for the head, though. And if I use a snap angle, then I can at least have a lot more control over the angle. How about a 20-degree angle? It still does not. Okay, it's not too bad, so a 20-degree angle works. Oh yeah. You turn this back to white, just so you get a better feel. Okay, I feel like it'll work. It might work better if I have this not as dark a shadow. So instead, I go back here and just turn down like 50, maybe. I don't want it like super light. So let's just see how 50 works when I put on the gradient erase. Okay. Obviously not that far. And that needs to be further than that. Because I kind of want it showing on, like, down here on her body, too. Okay, not that far, about a bit more than that. Okay, honestly, that looks good. Yeah, I'm good with that. So we can do a deselect. And, okay, actually, yeah, without the selection border on there, that actually doesn't look too bad. Like, having the border around it was making it, like, look a bit weird. Shading. Okay. So now do the same thing, and then I'll need to figure out how I want to do like their actual shadows. Nope. Gotta go for the line art. Then invert the selected area. Over here, thankfully, I should just be able to use the same. Yeah, because, I mean, they're both pretty much, god damn it. They're both pretty much the same distance. So I feel like this should, like, same distance, so this is an appropriate amount of, like, shade for it. Although, I might actually go an angle here. I mean, he's definitely going to have less, like, since he's not as close, it's going to be a lot less. So, I mean, honestly, this doesn't look too bad. I'm going to just keep messing with it, seeing, like, oh, we go that far? Yeah, no, that's too much. Say a bit more, so maybe past that. Okay, yeah, no, I think that works pretty well. Okay, so if I deselect... Yeah, looks pretty nice. Okay, so now something I was thinking of. Well, it has to do with the background here. And yeah, just make this its own layer so I can just decide to get rid of it or not. But yeah, again, honestly, this is something I'm willing to just like kind of just check out. So I go here, do a selection. Yeah, select everything around it, and turn these guys off. And now, good as I can, let's just do... Okay, let's not use that. I didn't realize how slow that would be to actually... So I actually just paint. That was... Yeah, I don't want to mess with anything that big again. Yeah. The idea is I kind of want to see how this would look if I like kind of use that use the erase gradient. Although honestly, I mean, this actually doesn't look too bad just right now. I mean, obviously I still want to get the, like, gradient erase. Oh, that actually looks really nice. Just doing that little gradient erase right from the center and just having it go all out, that actually looks pretty good. All right. Because yeah, now their shading doesn't look so out of place. Yeah, because it was definitely feeling like the place is a bit too bright. Because I'm having this happen at night, obviously, with stars in the sky. But yeah, no, that works. Because now we have the pool of light. It's definitely a very big, just eye catch. Like, it works. We can see that these two are already like have some shade on them. But as they get closer to the pool of light, like part of them, like obviously the parts that are facing towards it and getting close to it are brighter, so that looks good. And also just having the rest of the scene kind of have this little dark feel, just, again, it helps. Okay, yeah, no, I'm liking this. Now, still gonna want to draw a bit of their own, like, shadows. And also there's like some shadows of this stuff that I want to draw. like kind of just small shadows of these just kind of signify like, yes, these are hanging over the water. But yeah, no, now this is actually working really well. But okay. I mean, hell, honestly, I could like do this without the pillar. Well, no, without the pillar of light, then just the white spokes. I kind of need this. Although even without it, you can kind of see that. Oh wait, duh. And now I'm noticing that I kind of messed up a few things, so... But that's easy enough to fix. Which actually, as long as I'm here, turn this back over to white. And then just turn these off. This way, I can be sure I'm not missing anything. Because that just feels a bit embarrassing. Granted, I wouldn't have to worry about this if I could actually do a paint bucket fill that respected the level of opacity I put the goddamn paint at. But oh well. Actually, let me just zoom out of this so I can actually get you. So if I do it like that, don't think I want to get too much. Maybe just kind of to the corners, like, well, just if I just get to, like the edge. Okay, that works. Yeah, there we go. All right. So got shading for them. Now I can just go over here and start working on shadows. Because thinking about it, in a sense, this is just general lighting for it. Like, it's dark, it's in the middle of the night, so everything is going to have some darkness. But, like, light come from here is lighting up part of the area. Obviously not all of it, but part of it. So I think making the shadows a bit darker would work for this. And obviously you kind of have it under the background shading. Because the shading is just for the general lighting of the scene. Whereas the shadows are being made by stuff actually blocking the light. And for here, it's just going to be stuff that's kind of like under this. So I want to be a bit careful. And at most, just kind of have a... Okay, maybe 75 is a bit much. Okay, what about 25? How does that work? Okay, 25 seems like that works. Yeah, I guess it's because it's kind of compounding with the other stuff, so... Alright, yeah, 25 will work. Okay, yeah, that works. Although, we need to invert. But this should help. Oh. Okay, accidentally got my pen spun around in my hand again. Okay. Now, just want to give a bit of shading around these ones are sticking out into the water a bit. Doesn't need to be much, mainly because they're already covering everything else that you could see. Just enough to hopefully like show that like actually maybe probably not too much in this one, just a bit like that. But yeah, hopefully this will be enough to just help get across to the viewer that yes, these are hanging over the pond. Well, they're hanging over the water in general. So let's I wonder if I can shrink the area. Oh, duh. Okay, this looks like it'll work well. At the very least, I'm not going to have a weird part sticking. I'm not going to have a kind of weird overhang. There's not going to be a weird little ring between like the shadow and the actual bit of stuff that's hanging out over the water. Because that just makes it a bit more... That's going to be something that sticks out when you see it. Or, well, maybe it won't stick out too much. I don't want too much here. Like, that's enough. Oh, wait, I want to do this all in one go, because these parts are kind of connected. So, like that. Honestly, a 15 size brush might help me more. Okay, so okay, kind of need to like they're almost good, but I kind of need to actually like make the. Well, honestly, I might just as well do this in like one go round. So instead of there just being like one little thing that's kind of hanging off, it's like all of this is actually like hanging off. And like hanging off and over the water. Okay, if I'm gonna want to do this, yeah, I kind of need to have it like this. just wish there wasn't that little kind of opacity buildup. No, I wanted paths to be done. And actually thinking of how the light is, like the shadow should be kind of bigger on the sides that are facing away from the light. At least like start bigger here and just kind of get a small taper. Yeah, you know what? I can just erase it when it gets... I can just erase it when I feel like it's too much. Actually, you know what? This probably will work better if I have a larger brush. Then I just go in and erase what I feel like shouldn't be there. Okay. All right. Oh, hello, Rain. Oh, glad you could drop by. Yeah, right now I'm just, well, working on getting shading and stuff done for this little thing I'm doing. No, not much is happening right now. Just putting the finishing touches on this little piece here. Trying to figure out the best way for me to, like, actually apply some shadows and stuff. How's your day been going? Oh, that's good to hear, Rain. And, oh, yeah, so far my day's been going pretty good with just all of this. And honestly, I'm really liking how I got this kind of shading for this piece set up. Just feels really nice. And honestly, I'm really proud of what I've been able to do with this. It's just really nice to see it all come together. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, I messed with the opacity on this. That's why. Okay. Thanks, Rain. Oh yeah, and did you know that you can actually get access to like monetization even before you like become an affiliate? Because I'm still not an affiliate, but like I can... Yeah, I'm not an affiliate, but I still like, now I've got channel points, I can get bits, I think I can get, like, people can subscribe. I think that can happen. Yeah. I mean, I can't actually get a payout until I become an affiliate, but yeah, apparently Twitch actually like allows that, or they like actually have that set up as a thing that can happen. Oh yeah, no, it is pretty cool. I've actually even just I have a few basic like channel point redeems set up, and it was actually pretty fun doing those. They're nothing too fancy. Just because that would require a lot of work, and I don't have too much time that I can spend working on those just yet. Okay, let's shrink this down a bit. Yeah, so far this entire... Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Rain. I'll keep that in mind, Rain. But, yeah, honestly, I'm thinking once I get finished with this piece, and I'm, like, at a point where I'm okay with, like, yeah, I can't really do much more with this. I think some of my next few streams might just be at least just, like, designing some emotes and stuff. Like, I already got an idea for what I kind of want to replace the, like, for what I kind of want to have for my channel points. And I actually am looking forward to just kind of working on that. Yep. Yeah, of course, before all of that, like, I would like to... It's one of the things that's kind of keep me from putting, like, money into this is... I'm between jobs right now, so I'm kind of waiting until I actually get a stable income back before I start putting some stuff on. Like, before I start spending money on stuff. Thanks, Rain. That does look like a very nice head pad emote. But, yeah. Right now, until I get some stability in my life, stuff like that's going to be off the table for now. Yeah. Honestly, I wish I'd actually be hearing back from most of the places I apply to. Like, now the worst part is I applied to, like, well, basically for the last job I had, when my contract ended because they could only get a 2-year contract. Like, it was a nice place. I liked working there, and it's also close by, so really helps. But basically, when the contract ended, unbeknownst to me, I was kind of in a, like, I was part of working there. I had a 3-month no-compete clause that I wasn't aware of, and it's a really stupid one because it prevented me from going right back to work with them when they, like, got a contracts up with another, like, another consulting company that could actually have longer than 2-year contracts. I couldn't, like, they couldn't immediately hire me on because of that 3-month thing, so the 3 months ended, like, last month around the 24th, and I noticed that, again, there was another opening for that position. At least I'm pretty sure it was the same place. I mean, it had the exact same schedule and, like, hours that I was running when I was there, so pretty sure it was for the same place. I mean, unfortunately it was for night shift. But yeah, I sent in an application and I still haven't heard back from them about that. And I'm pretty sure when I applied the first time, they got back to me real quick, so I have no idea what's going on there. I really want to get that job back though, because it paid well and it was very nice to work with. But until then, I've just got to keep going at it with sending out applications and all that jazz. Okay. Oh, before I forget, go over to the shadows here. Well, I could try calling the person I contacted the first time. Honestly, the only reason I haven't was because I just couldn't remember their phone number. But yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Although, well, I'll send them an email Just because, unfortunately, I don't know if they're open, if they work on the weekends. But yeah, I mean, one thing I was able to do was get in contact with my manager, like old manager at the job, and tell him that I did apply. So like he knows, and he also like let my like the general manager for that position know. So both of them know that I've applied. But yeah, I think honestly I will just try and... Well, I'll reach out to the person I was in contact with the first time. I don't know if like she's still in charge of this, but... Yeah, honestly I probably should have done that earlier, but... I just... God, I really do not like reaching out to people first. Like, if they send me an email first, I'm perfectly fine for replying, but just reaching out for the first step, that's what gets me. And it is not doing me any favors. Okay. I was wondering why it looked a bit weird. Okay, much better. But yeah, I think honestly after this, I'll just like see if I can get in touch with like the first person I talked with and just see if I can... Nope. Wrong layer again. Yeah, no, it's... Like, yeah, I agree with you, Rain. It's... Like, it's the stupidest thing, but my brain just does not like me being the one to reach out first. I can perfectly hold a conversation once it's started, but... Yeah, I just don't like being the first one to, like, reach out for that stuff. God, it's annoying. Well, anyway, other than that, everything's been going, like, really nice. I'm actually, like, getting some good progress done on finishing up my little Chrono Cross 100% playthrough videos for YouTube. I mean, I finished all that on stream, like, last... Okay, I can't remember if it was exactly last year. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure I finished it last year. Because it's definitely a lot quicker to actually finish, to actually play through the entire game, even to get 100% than it is to edit down all of the stream footage. But yeah, getting a lot closer being done with that, because like in the footage I've finally gotten past like finished the game the first time, so I can pretty much just turn the rest of the stream footage into just like notable clips of here's some new stuff that happened, like here's some new stuff I didn't do in the first time, here's some of the stuff that we're keeping track of for 100%. Oh, here's some new dialogue in this scene, and just pretty much do it like just keep switching between little clips. So that should be done like a lot soon. I mean, honestly, the longest part of that is just me it's just gonna be me sitting through all the footage just to make sure I'm not missing anything for it. And as soon as I get that done and all those videos are like scheduled to be like posted on YouTube, then I can get started on the new idea I'm having. Which, hilariously, is actually kind of started by, like, Dark Xenoblade playthroughs that he's doing right now. Because when I was watching him play through that, I kind of got the, like, I wanted to actually go back through and, like, well, it's kind of wanted to like play some more Xenoblade 2, and I got the idea of just like just wanting to see like how much, well, how often you actually have to pull the blade gacha in 2 to complete it. Like, at least just to complete the main story. I started getting that idea. I wanted to check some stuff, and, well, no. As far as I could tell, no one's actually done, like, anything really in-depth on that. The closest I could get was, like, some speedrun guides. But even then, they don't exactly... Like, they definitely have ones just like, okay, you'll need to get blades that have these field skills, but they also have stuff where like, okay, and you don't need to worry about this because we're just going to be like glitching past it. So again, it got me wondering like, okay, so what can... Okay, that looks good enough. Actually, no, I kind of... But anyway, it got me wondering... What exactly does... What would a normal person who can't really do all of those glitches and stuff... How many times would they need to pull to actually get everything? Well, not to get everything, but to get past everything and just get to the end of the game. So that's going to be something I actually just try and do. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to it because, well, it's going to be a new way to experience a game I really like, which is always a plus. And actually turning that into a video is going to be a whole different experience than what I'm doing with... than what I'm doing with my Chrono Cross playthrough. Okay, go here now. Expand it by 1 or so. And maybe expand by one more time. Actually, no. Let's just undo that. But yeah, that's gonna be a real fun one to get to. And actually, speaking about Dark Xenoblade playthroughs, it's honestly really fun just, like, oh, dang it. I forgot I wanted to do all those in one go, because the opacity overlaps and it's a pain to deal with. But anyway, as I was saying, like, it's honestly been really fun just watching Dark go through, like, all the Xenoblade games and just see his reactions to all the, like, well, to all the story and stuff. It's just really fun. I mean, it's especially fun for me and, well, definitely a few others in chat because we've all played through the game, so yeah, we kind of have some scenes where just like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna like seeing your reaction to this. Ah, dang it. No, that's good enough. And of course, with having people who've already like played through the games watching, we have to be careful that no one really gives any big spoilers. Just trying to figure out the balance between a fun little bit of trivia and like a big spoiler. Which, yeah, that can be a pain. Which, well, makes me, like, count my lucky stars that I haven't had anyone come in and try and spoil any of the games I've been playing. Because, yeah, it's not exactly fun. like, worst part is sometimes they even, like, they don't even mean to do it. They just come in and, well, make a mistaken assumption about how far, like, the person is in the game, and they say something, and yeah, it's just, it just always sucks when it happens. Alright. I only got one little pawn bank to get shadows for, and then I can focus on Luna and Soul. And honestly, once I get those shadows on, I think that'll be this piece done. Okay, let me just 5 size brush markers. All right. Unselect. How did I miss these on the first go round? Like, seriously, how did these get missed? I need to be a bit more thorough when I'm trying to paint these shadows. All right. Okay, one little spot there. Oh god, yeah, how did I miss this? But well, actually, yeah, when you look far out, you don't really notice it. So, it's okay. I can live with it. Invert. Expand by 1 pixel. You go over here. All right. Okay. Okay, I guess that's from the actual water layer, or background layer, no. Yeah, actually thinking on my, definitely feel on my next few projects, I'm probably gonna have some more layers instead of just having like a single background layer. Just so I can, just to make it a bit easier. Okay. Alright. Have these two in. Okay, yeah, that's everything with the background done. Now just to get the shadows for these two. I think I'll have the shadows be below the base color layer. Just so I don't have any weird shading overlap. Okay, so shadow. Alright. Now, thankfully, I don't really have to worry about too much because he's this close to the bottom of the picture, so say maybe just kind of some stuff along the lines of like this kind of this or so. Okay, no, that helps. So yeah, Soul Shadows was very easy. Now Luna, on the other hand, she's gonna have a bit more space to work with and have to worry about. But I'm welcome to a challenge. Not Shadow. But, okay. So, for this one... Alright, I think... something along the lines like this. I mean, I feel like this works. Although maybe I shouldn't have it coming straight out. I should kind of like curve the edges here. Which, I mean, that's not too hard. And actually, I can increase the size of this a bit. Okay, that works a bit better. So something like that. And maybe a little bit of a Well, turn this one down to like 10 or so. And a bit of a tail shadow coming out like this. And before going like that. Okay, I think that works. Okay, I kind of feel like I want to make the tail part a bit... It needs to be a bit more. Not much. Yeah, this seems like a good size for it. But yeah, no, I'm also drawing the big part of the tail. Again, do it in one. That way there's like the weird overlap doesn't stand out as much. Although in that case, it's better if I... So let's actually have it be kind of over here. Yeah, like this. No. No way, I could just erase that. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, why can't I just... Okay. Start from here. Go to the touch. Come back over. Fill in this. And then just make sure we have the little things like that. Okay. Honestly, I think that works out pretty well. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And before we stop, let's just see what happens when I turn off some of the others. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look too bad without, like, the line art. I just have to, well, smooth out a few things. But, again, I did actually like, I'm happy with how I have the line art for these. They look nice. And yeah, the shadows could definitely use some work, especially Luna's, but honestly, it's at the point where I am okay with that. Honestly, I'm a lot more happy with how I figure out how to get a good, like, kind of shade for the entire background. Because what I basically did was, if I just turn off everything else, I pretty much just kind of painted around this entire pillar of light with like, about like, it's say maybe about a 75% opacity black, and then afterwards just use a gradient erase to just like, with a circle to kind of erase it starting from the center here, and it gets just a really nice shadow for all of this. And then add in the night sky here, pillar of light, and just all this. And yeah, to be honest, the shading on these two probably probably could be better. Just it got good enough for me for now, so I was okay with it. But it's really nice to just actually be able to look at this and be like, yeah, I made this. Because honestly, like, hell, I'd say even about a year ago, I could not imagine actually making something like this. There's definite areas to improve on, but I made this. Yeah, I made it. And I like it. And I think that's the feeling that keeps it coming back to a lot of stuff. It might not be perfect, it might not be the best, but I did it. And I'm happy about that. I can't wait to have that feeling a lot more in the future. I think I never would have really gotten here if I didn't pick up VTubing. I'd probably just be like sitting at my computer not doing anything. But that's not what's happening right now. I'm actually making stuff. And it feels nice. Alright. Okay. Yeah, actually, I think honestly I'll probably just... I mean, I've basically been going for nearly 2 hours, and that's usually how long I have these these art streams last. So I think I'll probably... Yeah, we'll probably call it for now, because I mean, only I think it would be just opening up a new file and just kind of... Well, actually, I do kind of want to do that. But actually, before I do that, I want to figure out some more, just like... just kind of figure out some more stuff with how... Like the viewer rewards stuff for when customizing it. Yeah, figuring out the 28 by 28, 56 by 56, and 112 by 112. I'm gonna try and figure that stuff out before I worry too much about like starting anything. And yeah, it's just something to focus on. And actually, if I stop... Actually, I might also want to stop early just so I can get in contact with... Like, my last contact for... Like, the person I was talking about earlier, the person I was in contact with for the position the first time before I found out, oh yeah, I have to wait 3 months before I can reapply. But yeah. So we'll be ending stream now. And let's just see who we can raid into. Like, who's live right now? A few people are live, yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay, yeah, this will be good. Alright, everybody. We're going to be raiding into Griffin Enfield. Right now she's playing through, I'm pretty sure it's Phantom Hourglass. Well, Legend of Zelda, the Phantom Hourglass. Wait, is it? The Phantom Hourglass is just Phantom Hourglass. Anyway. She's playing Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass. Okay, yeah, no, it is just Phantom Hourglass. Alright. Well, good to get that out. Good to know that. So, alright, we'll start the raid. Okay. And tomorrow's stream is going to be at its usual time, starting at 10 a.m. We're doing some more Tales of Zestria. It is Zestria, right? Yeah, Zestria. I'll be continuing with that, so that'll be pretty fun. And anyway, okay, let's get the end stream stuff started. So, for everyone who came in, whether you lurked, whether you chatted, thank you. It's always nice to just see you guys there and have little conversations with you. It makes the streams really worth it, so thank you for just showing up. Alright. I hope everyone has a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll get to see you again tomorrow. Let's raid. And for the YouTube side of things, the stream ends now. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Goodbye.